So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting and in partnership with Jam's Boxing Chat. And with me now, I've got a major prospect. People are chatting about this guy. We've got George Liddard. How you doing, George?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Honestly, pleasure to have you, mate. Your record speaks volume already. 7 fights, 7 wins, 4 knockouts. It's going really well.
We're getting there. We're getting there. One step at a time, one fight at a time. We're getting there.
Yeah. So when did it all start for you then, George? Have you always been in the boxing game?
Yeah, I've been doing this since I was a kid. You know what I mean? My dad. Started in the gym when I was probably like 9, 10 years old, like 8, maybe even slightly younger, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
But I've been boxing with my dad since since I could walk. I'd always had boxing gloves.
Your signal keeps dipping in and out, George.
Uh,
So George has just got a bit of
yeah,
technical
it was like
difficulties.
a family kind of favourite sport. My dad's obsessed with the sport. Do you know what I mean? He loves it.
So don't know what's happened with George there for a second. So we'll just have a chat. So George had his debut in November 2022 against Matic, which he won TKO round 2. I don't know what happened there, George. We lost you, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The internet's bugging.
It's all right. I was just
that.
saying, obviously, you started boxing at a young age, so you've been around the sport for a long time. You obviously hit the pro ranks November 2022. Got your win against Matic, which you won TKO round 2. Mate, that must have been an absolute buzz.
It was to box at Wembley Arena, at my debut, and to obviously get. Yeah, I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I was given to box on a matchroom card and to show my talent on such a big stage. Yeah, I'll forever be grateful. And yeah, for it to go as well as it did. Obviously there's a lot of pressure on your debut. You want to impress, and obviously I knew that winning that would obviously get me a contract sorted with Matchroom, potentially if I looked good. So yeah, there was a lot going into that. I put a lot of pressure on myself going into my debut. Had a bit of a setback, obviously, where I was meant to fight on the Ben Eubank card. I think it was like a month and a bit prior, but obviously it cancelled last minute. Yeah, so we moved on to I think it was November 26th. It was, and yeah, I put on an impressive display.
Yeah, and I think this is the thing. You're just that kind of lad. You've got a real aura about you that just seems to ooze boxing. You want to get stuck in. You've stayed active the whole time. You've kind of come in at the right moment, which I say post COVID, because that was the killer for a lot of fighters when it was trying to keep the momentum going. Where you
100%.
sort of come in, you're fresh, you're ready to go. As I say, 7 fights, you've sort of crammed them in as much as you can. I'm sure you've wanted to fight more because that's just you.
No, definitely.
And Jam has said, who does George think will win in the rematch between Pauls and Heaney? It's a cracker. Great first fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. It was a great first fight. I think both, showed a lot of heart. To make it the 12 rounds. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to go to 12 rounds. Some of those middle rounds and towards the end, I thought one of them was going to go down. But yeah, they both did good to stay in there. And do you know what? It's a tough one to call, really. I think Heaney beats him. I'd like Brad to win because then obviously it opens up the whole English title route for me. But either way, I know Brad's a local guy as well. Like I know he's from Cornwall, but he trains at a gym locally. So yeah, it'd be nice for Brad to win, and to see a new British champion. But yeah, it's a very hard one to call. But I think Heaney may be him the second time round.
Yeah. It was certainly an eye opener, and it kind of put Brad Pauls on the stage, didn't it?
Definitely.
Where he belongs, I think, as well. He's a hell of a fighter, Brad.
Yeah, no, he's.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, no, he is. He shows a lot of heart. And and yeah, he got stuck in and did what he had to do. Really, you know, he was obviously the away fighter, and he was definitely the underdog going into it. So, you know, he got stuck in and put on a good display. So, you know, and he's got the rematch. You know, it wouldn't if it was so close. Obviously, being a draw that he got the rematch. If he'd have been beat, obviously, I don't think he would have got that opportunity again. So now, you know, second time, hopefully he can get the win.
Yeah, yeah, and like you say, it's all about opportunity, isn't it? You got your opportunity on the big stage, and you took it,
Exactly.
and now you're full throttle, should we say? You know,
Yeah.
you were
For sure.
last out 25th of May, which seems ages ago already. Time's flying,
Yeah.
and that was against Graham McCormack. You got fantastic win in that one, and then
Yeah.
on to the next one, 29th of June, not so far
Yeah.
away now. Bet
No, I went
you're
straight
looking
back
forward
out.
to getting to the Brentwood Centre, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I am. I am. I'm looking forward to getting back out again. Obviously, the last one only went about what 1 minute 20 something. So, you know, I had a long hard camp for that. And you know, to only go 1 minute 20, it was inevitable. I was going to be straight back in. Already knew the fight was obviously lined up, but you know, I'm sure if I hadn't had something lined up, we would have got something, you know, quite sharpish. Because you know, one round isn't enough after all them weeks
Yeah.
training. So,
You think,
yeah,
is that it? Is that it?
exactly. I think my ring walk was longer than the fight, but
Oh, mate. You're
you
sounding like
know.
Canelo.
It was one of them, you know. It was like I know he was going to be a game guy and come to fight, and you know, I think that works for me. I think the best of me will come out when I'm fighting fighters like that. I'm not here to fight people that just want to tuck up and shell up and survive. I don't want that. I want people that are going to come to win, and I believe he was coming to win. You know, he definitely talked the part like he was coming to win. So yeah, I think that's when you see the best of me. I'm just full throttle now, pushing on fight by fight. I want to get closer and closer to these domestic titles, and you'll definitely be seeing me pick up some by the end of the year, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. That's what we like to hear. Jam has come out and said, what does George think about the GBM DAZN link up that was announced today? Is there any GBM fighters that he's got his eyes on? I think you're just one of those guys that whoever they put in front of you, you just want to go through the process. Do you know what I mean?
Hundred
It's
percent,
trust your team, isn't it?
100%. I trust my management. I trust the people around me, and I trust God's timing. So, you know, the right fights will be made at the right time, and I'm one of these. Like I'm eager to fight. I'll fight anyone. But obviously, having an experienced team around me, you know, I have to go through the process, beat certain people at certain times. Um, but yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I'm looking forward for my opportunity to fight some, you know, other upcoming prospects. You know, this will be my second unbeaten opponent in 3 fights, so you know I never shy away from a challenge. And yeah, I haven't actually seen that, so I'm sure I'll be having a look through the roster, see what they got, you know, around the middleweight scene. So yeah, we might be able to get something sorted there.
And this is the thing, GBM have literally, let's say, obviously there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Izzy as if a really lovely guy, but they've come out of nowhere. And what a partnership to come in at, and more fighters, as I say, it spreads the field, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, it's important, I think, promoters working together and teams working together to get the best fights possible. As we've seen with Riyadh season, I think what they're doing is amazing. You know, some of the biggest heavyweight fights, biggest fights in all weights are being made now that couldn't maybe be done before. And you know, yeah, these massive fights are being made. And I think it's great for boxing. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong, I still think we need to have big domestic nights in this country. But it's great to see what they're doing in Riyadh with you know, Fury, Usyk, and all these other fights they're making. You know, I don't think they'd potentially get across the line if it wasn't for them. So yeah, he is bringing back some big nights in boxing Turkey.
Yeah, yeah. But well, obviously, if you get the phone call, you're going, aren't you, George?
Exactly, exactly. Can't
So
say
when you
no
go
to
UK, hang on, no, you're all right, Turkey.
that. No, yeah,
No,
definitely.
it's how
I'll
it
jump at
is.
opportunities. I'll jump at
Oh, mate, I
opportunities.
think
So
everyone's in that boat. If that phone rang, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
for
It's
sure, for sure.
unbelievable. And as you say, you know, hi George, you are back out again on the top tier card in Brentwood. Good luck in the upcoming fight, and that's Håkan, all the way from
Thank you very
Sweden.
much, Håkan. I appreciate that.
Um, and yeah,
Thank you.
Jam, just saying, wish you every success, George, going forward. I definitely expect you to hold some form of middleweight title by the start of next year. Well,
For
I think
sure,
he's already looking towards the end of this year.
for sure, for sure. You know,
But
hopefully I
honestly,
can beat that. Hopefully I can have a couple by then.
well,
So
that's it. You know, as you say, opportunity. when opportunity knocks, you
100%.
take it. And
Exactly. You
I'm the
can't wait
same
for
as you,
things in
mate.
life. Can't wait for
God's
things in
timing.
life to come to you. Exactly. God's timing. God puts things out there, and sometimes it might not seem like the right option, but you know, everything happens for a reason at the end of the day, and I'm a strong believer in that. So I think when you believe that and you work hard and you're dedicated to your craft, the good things are coming your way, and you just got to stay humble and stay grateful, for everything coming your way.
Yeah, yeah. And like you said, with your debut, you almost thought the door is shut already. An opportunity's gone, but look at the opportunity you got. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
That's
sure.
incredible. So,
For sure.
yeah, George, just keep being you, mate, and doing what you're
Thank
doing
you.
because you're on to great things. As I say, what a start. You can't ask for a better start. A good mixture of knockouts and also points wins. That's what you
100%.
want. Be
Exactly.
unpredictable, mix it up,
Experience and knockouts. You can't go wrong that way.
mate. Entertainment. That's what it
Exactly.
is.
That's
Entertainment.
what it's about.
But George, honestly, you're an absolute star already, and
Thank you.
we look forward to seeing you getting where you deserve. And
Thank you, John.
how can people follow you? What social media
Yeah,
is you on?
so
You're on all of them, aren't you?
I mainly use Instagram. I use a little bit of Twitter. You'll see me retweet, hit things here and there. I'm not too active on it. I don't really get how it works too well, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm more of an Instagram guy. So yeah, check me out on Instagram, George Liddard _ That's where you see most of my content. Most of my posts, all that kind of stuff, and all the news. So yeah, George Liddard _ and then there's another page called Team Liddard, which is run by a couple people, me, my girlfriend. So she's bang on the social media, so she's better than I am. So
Well,
check
that's
that
it.
one out as well.
Give it to the people that know what they're doing, George. Do you know what I mean? You
Exactly,
stick your fighting,
exactly,
mate. You let the other half sort everything out
exactly,
properly.
exactly.
But honestly, George, thank you very much. And as I say, wish you
No
all the
worries,
success, mate. Stay in
top man.
touch. And
For sure.
yeah, we'll get you back on when you've got that first bit of gold around you, mate. Not long.
It won't be
Not
long.
long.
It won't be long. So
George, thank you
catch
very
you
much.
soon.
Hit the subscribe
Nice one.
button, everyone. Check out the content and follow
For sure.
George on Instagram. And we'll see you soon.
See you later, people. Thank you,
God
Joel.
bless. Take care,
See you
George.
later, mate.